Hello and welcome to another episode of Off the Cuff podcast by IMA, the podcast where we decode purpose, innovation, and the human pursuit of meaning. I am Shreya, thrilled to host today's conversation with someone who has truly redefined leadership in the world of finance and business strategy. Our guest today, Girish Vanvari, is not only a leader but also a visionary who has guided some of the India's largest organizations through transformation and growth. With decades of experience shaping tax and advisory practices, and now as the founder of Transaction Square, he has built a firm that stands for trust, expertise, and forward-looking solution. From the steering goal global business through complexities to mentoring the next generation of leader, his journey is truly inspiring. Girish, we're truly excited to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for this opportunity.
Moving forward with the questions, my first question to you is: you work with giants like KPMG and Arthur Andersen, holding top leadership positions in roles. What person conviction, market signals, or unmet client need ultimately push you to take the entrepreneurial leap and start Transaction Square?
I would say that I was very, very lucky and fortunate to have the opportunity to work with the best firms. Arthur Andersen was the best global firm till it went down because of Enron. It really invested in you, trained you, groomed you, made you feel you're the best. So I don't think the grooming which we saw in Arthur Andersen is there in today accountancy and consulting firms. So I was very, very lucky. And that grooming helped me develop very good skills. That grooming helped me make good relationships. And pursuant to that grooming, once Anderson collapsed, I moved to KPMG, where over a period of 15 years, uh, there is a lot of learning I had, played different roles, built different businesses, expanded my reach, my professional career. And then came a time when I thought that I should do something different for two reasons. First is in in big firms, as you keep growing up, you become very, very management oriented. You stay away from the profession, you start managing the business. Whereas as a professional in smaller firm, you solve problems yourself. So you're close to the profession. So I thought I wanted to go back to serving clients, to work on client problems and not only just do management roles. So I thought before it's too late that I forget the profession, I should go back to being a professional. That was one reason. And second is I thought I should also create jobs because everybody knows KPMG. Everybody, KPMG will also create jobs. They will hire people. But there are so many people who KPMG and Big Fours reject. And there are so many people who are aspiring to do different things. So I thought I could create jobs too. So as we have now, we have 400 people in our team. So I would say KPMG would have grown the way it would have planned, but we have 400 more additional jobs through Transaction Square created because of entrepreneurship. So job creation and rediscovering of myself as a profession were the two drivers which made me exit KPMG and become an entrepreneur.
So my next question to you is: at the age of 46, you left a lucrative 3-4 crore tax leadership role to build your own firm. What were the exact triggers, be it tax reform timings or client gaps or personal belief that made you think that now is the moment?
First of all, I think age is not relevant. It's not a question. I was reading a book called 100 Year Life. So with the medical advancements, so if you take care of yourself well, you have a 100-year career. So at 46, also, you're not even one third of your career done because you start your career around 2022 and assuming you live up to 100, so you have 80 years of work life. So if you have 80 years of work, like at 46, I'm one third my career down. So it's not that I started when I was old. I started when my heart set to start. And it could have been 60 also. So I know people starting at 60 years. So I would not make age as a barrier for starting or non-starting. My heart felt that I should go out and chase a dream. And then the courage came in that yes, let's not overthink it. Let's just do it. And it just happened. So I would urge any of you to not look at age. You're not young to start anything. You're not old to start anything. You should start when your heart says yes.
Great answer, sir.
Well, my next question to you is, growing up or early in your career, did you ever imagine yourself becoming a founder? What's something that younger Girish wouldn't believe about the present day Girish?
No, not really. I think everybody wants to do well. So when you start your career, you want to do well. Most of us come from lower middle class background. So when you're lower middle class, your dream is just to make sure that you have a better house or you have a better salary so that you can take care of your parents, take care of your family, build the future. So at that point of time, your dream is limited to being financially stable. So when we all start our careers, we are wanting to be financially stable. And then once you become financially stable, then the bigger dreams start emerging. So when I started, I just wanted to be financially stable. And as I started to grow, the inner urge started to develop that I should do more for the society. I was doing very well, but I thought I could do much more for the society in my role as an entrepreneur and create more jobs, create better impact with clients, help them succeed. That's why I transitioned. So when I started my career, my dream was just to have enough food on the table for my family and make sure we have a dignified, respectful existence.
That's really insightful, sir. My next question to you is, many know you for your tax expertise, but outside the boardroom, what's a lesser known passion or interest that keeps you grounded?
I would say my first three passions is work, work, and work. So I just love what I do. And really, I find anything else other than this very boring. So work is not work, it's fun, it's solving problems. Or if I am not in the boardroom, I would still figure out how to better myself, how to add more value to my clients, how to serve them better. So my life, inner being revolves around my profession. I have no other hobby, and I'm not ashamed about it. That's the way it is.
Okay, that's really interesting, sir.
My question was that Transaction Square was born amid India's GST rollout and digitization push. So, how did you capitalize on that timing and what challenges did it bring to you?
I would say uh, GST rollout, digitization are not relevant at all in the transaction square journey. Or transaction square is a perpetual journey. We solve problems. So even if GST came, digitization happened, or Trump tariffs are coming, Trump tariffs are going, it doesn't matter. We just get better every day solving problems. Whatever problem comes our way, we just help clients to overcome it. So in my career, I think we don't look at like these GST or digitization as opportunity or challenges. Anything which is upsetting clients or not good for the client can never be opportunities for us. It is helping them overcome it. So honestly, in the journey of GST, digitization, transaction are totally delinked. We just get better every day solving problems. And in a country like ours, in a world in which we are living in, problems come every day, which we try and solve. So I wouldn't put too much importance on GST or digitization. And as you build your career, also don't get distracted with all this. Choose a field which you're good at and just excel in it. Don't get distracted by any good news or bad news. Just be stable. Volatility is a part of life. Things will happen. Some will create good opportunities, but nothing
So,
should change
that
your
type of
power.
thinking is like really nice. You mentioned that's really nice. So, okay, so my next question to you now is that you have consistently ranked among the top five M&A deal advisors, outpacing even big four firms. So, what internal processes, evaluation framework, or diligence checklist gives you that edge? What do you want to say about that?
I think we have good people who put their heart in work. We have good clients who trust us. We don't have too complicated processes and all. We do a right thing. We never lie. We never break integrity. And am I enthused with coming in the top five in the last 5 years? Answer is no. That's an outcome. That's not a goal. Uh, Now that we have stopped filling in those forms also because it doesn't make any sense to get these ratings and rankings and all that stuff. I think we are very focused on keeping our people happy so that the people serve the clients well, and keeping our clients happy so that they keep referring work to us and referring other clients to us. So it is as simple as that. These There's no complicated process to become number one or two or three or four or five. I would think if you do what you're good at every day, even on a boring day, well, doing things good, putting other people's interest ahead of you, things fall into place. So for entrepreneurship, keeping employees happy, keeping people employees, keeping them as a part of your firm is very important to make sure you have happy clients.
That was really inspiring, sir. So now I want to know that since you said that you have worked with KPMG and basically you've worked with the global frameworks, and now you're rooted in India's landscape. Where do you think Indian advisory firms are ahead of Western counterparts, and where do we lag?
I think nobody is ahead or nobody lags. Global firms are there, they are international networks. Local firms are also good. Each firm thrives on its niche. So a firm like ours thrives on M&A restructuring and family offices. So we have a niche now. Are our competitors global firm, local firm? Really, our competitors are ourselves because if you do a job well, work comes. So I wouldn't say we are lacking or we are ahead or they are ahead and all that stuff. Each firm finds its own niche. But on an overall basis, I would say firms like ours, which are niche firms, are more personalized. They are more people who work very closely with their clients. It's like, you're uh, dealing with a great restaurant which is serving very good food in your locality versus going out and having McDonald's burger, which is a global brand and a global commodity. So sometimes you do that, sometimes you do this, you balance life out, and that's true with all of us also. A client sometimes takes a big four when they want to do a big four like work. They take us when they want personalized service, and there's space and room for both in a growing country like India. So we learn from them, they learn from us. Both have their space. We work together on many situations. There are many situations where we complement one another. Uh, they are, at least I don't look at them as competition. Most of them are friends.
That was a really different thing that than what I expected to uh, listen from you, but it was really interesting. So now my next question would be, so if you were starting Transaction Square in 2025 with today's tech, remote work culture, and GCC demand, what would you design differently in business model, outreach, or service strategy?
If I was starting Transaction Square today, which I will reborn Transaction Square anyway, it would be a AI-enabled firm. So I would not do GCC, I would not do remote working and all that stuff. That wouldn't worry me. How to make AI assistants, how to make AI commands, how to make sure that whatever work we do is all done by machines and it's communicated through humans. So I think a firm which is humanly interacting and supported by great AI tools is the future. So I would work the firm into two parts, AI and human interactions for the clients, and make sure that there is no desk job in this because nobody should be sitting in office. Everybody should either be with the client or using AI. There's nothing like I have to sit in office and do work because all the work the machines will do. So
Don't
there's a
you
big
think, sir, that
change.
will take a lot of jobs of a lot of people, right? You said that you started
That
this thing for creating jobs and all, right?
Yeah, but I think it will not take any job away. The trick should be to make 400 people be market facing so that business becomes 5x. So the trick is before the technology takes the job away or competition comes up with cheaper products, it's important that we reorient our people to client relationships or roles. Humanness, humanity, compassion, all that will not go away with AI. That will be needed. So rather than doing, it's like, or take an example. Suppose if you were doing basic stuff like, like we used to have munims in old days, or secretaries, typewriters. And when computers came, typewriters went away. When Excel sheet came, all the munims in the Marwari offices went away. Now, to fear that the jobs will be lost, people still adapted to Excel sheets and they got trained in computers. They got trained in the newer things. Now is the time to get trained into human behavior because that's where it will be. So one is to ignore the change. Second is to adapt the change and make sure all 400 get secured moving into a AI oriented role.
Truly said, sir. I completely agree that we should adapt with the changes, not just.
Yeah, sir. So I have a question for you. So if you could advise any global icon or celebrity brand for a day, who would it be and why?
Do I don't know. So assuming you are Mr. Uh, assuming you are Trump, you ask me a question. I'll tell you what I'll advise. So role play. Assuming you're Trump and you want advice for India, what will you ask?
Okay, like I would, if I wanted to get advice on tariffs.
If you had to get advice on tariffs, what I would say is that tariff is gonna only hit you because tariff means your country only pays more, your consumers only pay more, which is inflationary. I think just to make your people pay more on tariffs is not a great thing from a longer term perspective. Find better ways to get your economy going. Because what is happening in tariffs? We will export, they have to pay the tariffs. Who pays the tariff? The exporter exports, the importer pays the tariff. So who is Trump recovering these taxes from his people? So what does tariff mean? And I would say don't spoil relationships because it's not Trump versus Modi. It's India
Yeah.
and the US, and there is a lot of deep bond. And it's not a joke when all of us have aspirations. We have, if somebody is studying overseas, for them to be so upset about this whole thing. So I would request him to stop all this.
So sure. So my next question would be 10 years from now, when people talk about Transaction Square, what do you hope they say not just about the work, but how you did it, like the founder story? How do you like that to be?
I would say 10 years from now, we'll be a listed company. We'll have happy employees. We would have hopefully created Infosys like well shared. And we would like to be known as a company which is honest, integral, and all people who trusted it, believed in it, grew with it. So I would just make it like that. But there's work to be done on it, but we'll keep working hard towards it.
Yes, sir. I really like how you like always are grounded in the values and the customers first rather than being the firm focus. I think that is what like has made what Transaction Square it is today. So, what stands about Girish sir isn't just the scale of the deals he has closed, but the risk he had taken at an age when most professionals settle into security. He stepped into uncertainty. Transaction Square is more than a firm, it's a story on betting on yourself and winning big. Thank you, sir.
So that
Thank you.
was
All
the
the
end
best.
of the podcast, sir. We are very grateful to have you with us today. Thank you so much
No,
for
no, wish
joining.
you all the very best to each one of you. You're all like my daughter's age. Do well, succeed in your career, soar higher, and wish you all the success.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. God bless.
thank